Hey, good morning. Uh, Sorry I missed yesterday. Overslept. The chaos of the night before in our debate, our presidential debate, maybe it kept me up a little bit. I don't know. Kept me from being able to. Actually, it didn't. I went right to sleep, but I just slept right through the next morning. So that happens sometimes. Anyway, I'm here, and let's keep it simple this morning. Let's respond to. There's a lot of things going on that are basically seem designed to arouse fear and a sense of chaos or not being in control. And that might be real. Maybe there really is something to be afraid of. And at the same time, fear offers us very few choices when we're heading towards something that has to be done. It's an understandable feeling. But if we're heading towards something that we've got to go through a process, fear might tell us, behaviorally, to run. Well, there's no running away. It might tell us to freeze, just get frozen. And I think that's partly the intention of those who want to arouse fear, is to freeze people in their tracks or make them flee with nowhere to go. It might even cause us to fawn, which is an interesting instinct, which is like, if I try to please the people that are powerful, will I be okay? If I try to get on the side of those who are winning and butter them up, will that make me okay? And there's also, so fear-inducing tactics in politics are really designed to produce results. It's been going on for a long time. And one of the most common tactics is like, if I can make you afraid of those other people, the ones that aren't like us. So we might flee, we might freeze, we might fawn, and we might fight. That's the one not fight in a way that is chaotic or against our own principles. Fight in a way that is resolute and clear about where I stand, how I'm responding. And mindfulness helps a lot with that. First of all, mindfulness is first and foremost, and almost always at its root, just a way to occupy the place where I already am. I'm here, and I'm not going away, and I can feel that. I can feel that many things associated with that, like I belong here. This is the source of, I have a right to be here, and in this place where I am, I have a right to exercise my limited power, my choices. So mindfulness can really be the root of a sense of human rights, a sense of having a voice, a sense of, again, occupying my own being. I don't belong to those who would just scare me. They aren't. And that emotion, if I don't belong to them, if I'm not owned by that, that means that I need to occupy my own space, not completely in fear. One key to not letting fear run my process is the gift of the awareness of impermanence. That I'm not going to be here forever. Here I am, and then I won't be. As far as we know, we don't know what goes on beyond that. But we do know there's an end. There's so much wisdom in that I can be in this place right where I am, receiving this day and this being that I am, everything about it is a gift, and I don't even know where it comes from for sure, but it's here. And I'm the awareness that lives within this through the whole course of a life. There's a singularity to my awareness, but there's also a complexity because my awareness has accompanied me since my birth, even before my birth, and it's going to be with me. Even, we don't really know what happens when people's mind kind of falls apart or in their old age. But I've known many people who have come close to death, and it's remarkable the awareness that's there. So, there's different ways of talking about fear. Borrowing from the Christian message, fear not those who can harm your body only. Fear the thing that could harm you at that deeper level of your soul, of your being. And that would be if I wasn't actually here occupying my life. If I didn't take residence in my own experience, that's what I should fear. And the response to that is just to move on into this life that I've been given. And in order to do that, I have to accept the terms in which it's given. This life is given at this moment, in this world, in this history, with these particular people. And if we sit with that, then we come to a place of compassion for self. It's not easy to be here. It's hard. It's hard for lots of reasons. And we can look at ourselves and we can wish ourselves well. We can be kind to ourselves. We can say, it is hard. And that's not an excuse to shut down or withdraw. It's just real. And so compassion for self would show up if we just occupy this life. And then compassion for others would flow from that, because if I can see my own suffering and hold it with care, then I will just easily and automatically do that with anyone else around me. Those who aren't compassionate, the deepest and saddest truth is they don't have any of that for themselves. They've got, in a way, it could be a person without wisdom. They don't know how to be in themselves. If they did, they wouldn't treat people poorly. So today I'd like to walk us through an ancient meditation, which is very simple. We've done it before. It's just a meditation for loving kindness. Some people call it a befriending meditation, which is a nice way to describe it. It's a meditation on love and, a love that starts directed to self. And then the love that's shared with those intimate friends and partners. And then how that love reaches out to strangers, people that I haven't even ever really completely met. and then how that love could open up and take in the whole universe of living beings. And when we think about that, it's like right now in this moment, there are countless living beings, all the way from tiny single-celled organisms to complex life, and there's beings being born into existence right now, and there's beings being dying, and everything in between. And all of it is worthy of compassion, kindness, loving kindness, all that life. So, welcome and good morning. And that's kind of a big thing, but we have the capacity for this. It's really amazing. I can be with all of that, and that's what it means on some level to occupy my own gifted life, the life that's just right here. I woke up, here it is, this morning. So thank you for being with me. I know my initial thoughts might be a little rambling, but they're really meant to possibly comfort and guide. Well, I know that that's what it is for me. It helps me to speak about where I am and what I'm doing, and how this does fit into a context like what we're in, and the ways that it could induce fear. I've heard some of the bravest, smartest people talk about how scared they are. And in this meditation, we're going to respond to that fear with loving kindness. All right. Jiggering with my phone a bit to get the bell sound. You guys realize I don't actually have a bell here. I've got a phone that makes the sound of a bell. So here we go. So as I've mentioned, we're going to meditate on this moment, occupying this moment, this self, and introducing this self to loving kindness that points in every direction. And beginning with simple body awareness, noticing the sense of the ground beneath you and how you're sitting, finding the right posture. Or if you're laying down, that's fine too. Bringing awareness to the body, starting with the feet, noticing the feet and the ankles. And we're going to go through this somewhat rapidly to just become aware of the whole body, feet and the ankles and the shins and calves, the lower legs, and adding the knees and thighs. Adding the hips, pelvic area. Adding the belly, the whole of the abdomen and the back, the lower back. The chest and the back, upper back, shoulders. And noticing how the breath moves in that part of the body. And the arms, all the way down to the fingertips, the complexity of the hands. And noticing the the throat, the neck. Your whole face, your whole eyes, nose, mouth, cheeks, ears, forehead, scalp. And then holding it all in awareness. Being present to how all of this complex sensation can be held in a single awareness. Like a single spotlight that illuminates an area with lots of nuances and different shapes and sensations. And then beginning to add to that body awareness the sensations of breathing, or perhaps you're already there. Noticing the sensations of breath in the nose and mouth, and in the way the body expands to take in breath, perhaps in the abdomen and chest, and the way it deflates and squeezes to let go of breath. And then being present to that process, it's one continuing circular motion over and over and over, breath by breath, moment by moment. And seeing if it's possible for you to notice how the breath essentially breathes itself. It continues with or without our awareness, and being aware that it happens all on its own. If you notice that your breath is quick and shallow, it's okay just to stretch it out a bit, deepen it, and lengthen it. Noticing the effect of that on your body. And as always in meditation, if the busyness of the mind pulls you away from your focus, it's okay. That's what minds do. Even that is part of me, so I can welcome it, say, oh, there it went. And I'm aware, I'm awake, I'm here, coming back to the breath, back to the body, over and over. And practicing this in silence for a little while. And as I practice this, the body may generate different sensations, some pleasant, some unpleasant. Seeing if you can allow the body to be just as it is. Meeting the body with awareness, meeting the breath with awareness, just as it is. Each new breath, taking it in, and each out breath, letting go of any need to control. And then, if you wish to accompany me into the meditation on loving kindness part of this meditation, you may. If you don't want to, just stay with your body and breath. But if you choose to, as you breathe, introducing into your process kindness towards self in some simple words. And it's really important. We're not trying to make this feel a certain way. It may feel great, it might not feel great. Could even wake up to stress for some people. But introducing the words, may I be happy and healthy. May I be safe and free from suffering. May I have ease of being. May I be happy and healthy. May I be safe and free from suffering. May I have ease of being. If these words feel super difficult, you can enhance them by imagining that as you say them, you see a dear friend smiling at you in agreement, wishing this for you. Somebody that you know loves you. May I be happy and healthy. May I be safe and free from suffering. May I have ease of being. And then gently shifting this intention towards someone that you deeply love and know, someone in your life that may need to feel loved and cared for. And saying to yourself, may they be happy and healthy. May they be safe and free from suffering. May they have ease of being. Happy and healthy. Safe and free from suffering. Ease of being. And then letting go of that, gently shifting towards a stranger, someone you've never met in person, but that you've seen. Just another human life that you've noticed. And as you think about this person, inviting yourself to bring the same words, dropping them into yourself, dropping these words into your own process, noticing the effect. May they be happy and healthy. Safe and free from suffering. May they have ease of being. And repeating that to yourself, for them, noticing what comes in. Again, not trying to judge how you respond, not trying to make it feel a certain way, allowing yourself to be here practicing. And if you wish, you can stretch this in a different direction. Thinking about someone that irritates you. It could be a mild irritation or severe, your choice. Someone that you would call an enemy, someone that you feel is against you or against what you think matters. And thinking about them, they are also a human being with a life and a beginning and an end, a finite life. And once you have that person in awareness, beginning the same process. May they be happy and healthy. Safe and free from suffering. With ease of being. Very important to be with yourself just as it is, just how it feels. Not trying to force anything. And then on an out breath, letting that all go, all of that intention, and coming back to your center, saying what it's like to hold this wish, this loving kindness for all living beings. May all be happy and healthy. May all be safe and free from suffering. May all have ease of being. Repeating that, holding that, just for a little while. And then coming back to center, letting all that go, returning to the body and the breath. Maybe with a simple intention that loving kindness would guide me through today. And considering how loving kindness towards self and others and enemies and all could inform my response to those who would try to control me with fear. That we could be together with clarity of purpose and intention. Even while fear is in the air. I really appreciate you taking the time to share your mindfulness practice with me and those who are attending, and um, to take a stand in the world, to occupy your life and occupy this space, occupy this moment, and bring what you intend to bring to it. Hope that goes well for you today. See you tomorrow.